Hello, I hope that you are having a good day today. I am a mind powered success coach for business women and female entrepreneurs. I teach them how to release negative habits and patterns, how to release blocks in their lives that are preventing them from going to the next level. When I say blocks like stress, anxiety, fear, procrastination, just to name a few. And I also teach them how they can start attracting more abundance and prosperity into their lives, as well as manifest more clients, sales, and business opportunities. First, I want to thank you for joining me today. I'm going to be discussing a little bit about blocks and how they keep us stuck, preventing us from going to the next level and creating the life and the business and creating the financial blueprint that we ultimately desire. So, when I say blocks, I'm referring to the challenges that are holding us back, the challenges from achieving our highest potential self, achieving the results ultimately that we truly desire. So blocks, they show up in various different ways and they differ from person to person in our lives. The best way to identify whether or not you are feeling blocked is just being frustrated or unsatisfied with where your business is or your life is at the moment. So we are in a state of frustration, when we are in a state of fear, in a state of worrying, it means that we are out of alignment with our ultimate goals, our ultimate dreams, and our aspiration. This causes a physical, a mental, and an emotional imbalance. So this might show up as procrastinating on things that you know you should be getting done, but you don't know why you're not getting them done. Or it can be about stressing about finances, bills, or even the what ifs about the future. Now, being frustrated with our business and being frustrated with our current situation, it affects the level of happiness that we are experiencing, right? The level of joy that we are experiencing. It affects the level of focusedness, the drive, the motivation, which affects our results. This puts us out of alignment with our ultimate goals and our ultimate dreams. We all have experiences of joy where we want to wake up in the morning just to be excited to face the day, excited to go to work and engage in productive activities that are going to move the needle forward in our business, as well as help us accomplish our life goals without the feeling of stress or overwhelmed or the feeling of pretty much feeling burnt out. So I want to share with you some of the reasons why this is happening. Now, did you know that we have over 50,000 to 70,000 thoughts a day? Yes, it's a lot, right? So 80% of the thoughts that we have are actually negative. Now, this translates to about 40,000 negative thoughts a day. Now, this is for people that are not engaging in consistent, continuous mind work. So basically, the mind is on autopilot. So what that means is 90% of the thoughts that we have today are the same thoughts we had yesterday, which are the same thoughts from the day before, from last week, last month, last year, so on and so forth. There are some powerful tools and techniques that we can be exposing our minds to. And this puts us in the flow where we can start attracting the things that we feel are an energetic match to how we are feeling. Things that help us to feel more energetic, more productive, more confident. That helps us move the needle forward in our life goals. It moves the needle forward in our business goals, in our finances. And this is an amazing feeling, right? When we are not engaging in continuously mind work, the mind becomes pessimistic. And then it's continuously bombarded by negative thoughts that do not serve our higher self. This only creates more fear, more worry, and more doubt, right? Now, the shocking thing is schools didn't teach us the power of our mind and how to use it. We have this powerful mechanism right at our fingertips, and no one has taught us how to train it. Schools didn't teach us the powerful method of our minds and how our thoughts shape our reality. They teach us the method of thinking, but not the power of thoughts, and how the thoughts that we think, how they shape our reality. Mastering the mind and controlling your thoughts is something that we have to do the work on our own. We have to learn that on our own. When we are experiencing stress, fear, worry, doubt, that keeps us stuck and stagnant. Our mind controls the way that we think, our behavior. It controls our emotions, the decisions that we make, our productivity, our habits, our patterns, our focus, our motivation, the level of joy that we are experiencing. It controls the anxiety, the fear, the worry. So you see why it's so important to train your mind, and why I say that training your mind is the most important priority there is in life. Now, the good news is we can change and shape and mold our minds to become our partner in success. That's the beautiful thing. By engaging in certain activities, certain methods, certain exercises that is going to put our mind in a positive state, that is going to put our thoughts in alignment with our highest potential self, things that is going to bring us the clarity, the confidence, that's going to bring us the abundance and the prosperity. It's going to spark our creative juices, and that's going to attract more clients, more sales, more business opportunities into our lives. So when we are on the journey of achieving our highest potential self, training our mind is the most important priority that there is in life. Now, I'm sure you heard of some of the things that we can start engaging in on a daily basis to implement these things into our lives to help condition our minds and relieving some of the stress and some of the anxiety. Things like meditation, visualization, affirmations, just to name a few of the things that we can be engaging our minds in. Engaging in a healthy lifestyle, because what we eat, it affects our mind, it affects our body, it affects our overall energy and our focus, and so much more. But first, I want you to start thinking about what you want to create, right? What you want to create in your life. And I want you to get as specific as possible, because it's so critical to get specific. What are the action steps that you're going to be taking to achieve your goals? So I want you to think about what you want your days to look like. When you wake up in the morning, what activities are you engaging in? Who are you spending time with? What does your business look like? What does your finances look like? How much are you saving and investing? Getting crystal clear on what you want to create and attract into your life. That is a start. Knowing the tools, the manifesting techniques to take your goals and look at them to help you consistently hit the marks on your goals. The greatest way to predict the future is to create it. Think about what it is that you want to create. Once you are released from the blocks, what is it that you want to create? I want you to think about this as you're going through the rest of your day. And I want you to stay tuned for another video where I will be sharing how to stir up the burning desire that is going to help you have that feeling of jumping out of the bed in the morning where you can't wait to start working on your goals. For now, I want to thank you for joining me, and have an absolutely amazing day, and write those goals down so we can create the action steps on how we're going to accomplish those goals. Talk to you soon.